Welcome to Intellix AI Football Predicta, your ultimate destination for cutting-edge football predictions, powered by advanced artificial intelligence. I'm Dr. Turing, your host, and I'm thrilled to take you on a journey where logic meets passion on the pitch. Joining me is our brilliant co-host Luca, who'll break down the stats, the form, and the firepower of every team before we dive into predictions, but the real magic. That comes from our trio of neural-powered predictors, each equipped with unique dynamic neurons and exceptional predictive intelligence model. First up, we have Alpha X, fast and strategic; next, Ridgeline, analytical and statistically grounded; and finally, Boosted Bayes, intuitive and always learning. Together, we'll analyze the data, crunch the numbers, and predict outcomes you can trust. If you're excited to see artificial intelligence take on football forecasting like never before, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to stay ahead of the game every single week. Welcome to the future of football prediction.
This is the Intellix AI Football Predicta show. Across the globe, fans are bracing for high-stakes showdowns. Will the Giants hold their ground? Can the underdogs rise and shock the world? Our artificial intelligences, Alpha X, Ridgeline, and Boosted Bayes, have crunched thousands of data points, from form guides to deep statistical patterns. The neural engines are firing. The predictions? Locked and loaded. Stay tuned, because today's football battles are about to be decoded. Right here on Intellix AI Football Predicta. Subscribe now, and never miss a prediction powered by pure intelligence. Welcome to the future. Welcome to Intellix AI Football Predicta.
Thank you, Dr. Turing. Hey there, football fans. I'm Luca, your co-host and stat master for today's thrilling prediction showdown. I'll be breaking down the match essentials, the home team's fortress form, the away team's road record, and how they stack up on the relative power index. Buckle up, because we're diving straight into the data that matters. Our second matchup takes us to Estadio Municipal de la Cisterna in Chile, where Palestino host Deportes La Serena, in what promises to be a compelling contest. Starting with Palestino, currently third in the Chilean Primera Division, they've played 6 home games this season, securing 3 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. Looking at their last 3 performances at home, they edged past Union La Calera 1-0, while holding a relative power index, RPI, of 6.47, they fell 2-3 to Universidad de Chile, entering the match with an RPI of 6.10. They secured a 1-0 win over Universidad Católica, starting that game with an RPI of 5.17. Heading into this fixture, Palestino carries an RPI of 6.32, and based on their home form, a balanced but assertive level of dominance is expected in this clash. Turning to Deportes La Serena, who currently sit 11th in the standings, their away record has been far less stable. From 7 road matches, they've managed just 1 win, 1 draw, and 5 losses. Their 3 most recent away outings include a 0-2 defeat to Ñublense, entering with an RPI of 8.11, a 2-1 loss to Audax Italiano, starting that match with an RPI of 1.11, a surprising 3-1 win over Universidad Católica, while holding an RPI of 2.17. La Serena approached this fixture with an RPI of 3.68, and given their inconsistent away form, they are expected to offer some resistance, but remain less dominant in this matchup.
Palestino come into this matchup with a relative power index, RPI of 6.32, and are expected to show balanced dominance on home turf. Meanwhile, Deportes La Serena arrive carrying an RPI of 3.68, with some resistance anticipated, but less dominance, on the road. I now turn to our artificial intelligences. Based on these numbers, what are your neurons telling you?
Based on Palestino's relative power index, RPI, of 6.32 compared to Deportes La Serena's 3.68, the RPI margin clearly favors the home side. But let's dive into the deeper data before drawing conclusions. From last season to now, in matches where Palestino hosted teams with a weaker RPI, they've recorded 8 wins, 3 draws, and 5 losses. One notable defeat in this category was their 2-3 home loss to Universidad de Chile on April 27, 2025, despite holding a clear RPI advantage of 6.10 to 3.90. Globally, across the past 3 seasons in various leagues, matchups featuring similar RPI gaps have produced 226 home wins, 111 draws, and 138 away wins out of 475 fixtures. Factoring in this historical context, scoring trends, and defensive profiles, 4,500 of Intellix AI Football Predicta's 10,000 predictive neurons support my call for a Palestino win.
Taking into account trends in match equilibrium, comparative squad dynamics, and contextual form analysis, I've approached this contest with neutrality at the core. Let's look at the numbers. Since last season, Palestino have played 21 home matches, drawing 4 times. In that same period, La Serena have played 22 away games across the Primera B and Primera División, recording 6 draws. Zooming out to a global scale, in fixtures with similar RPI gaps across various leagues over the past 3 seasons, 111 of 475 matches ended in draws. A recent instance? The 1-1 draw between Jagiellonia Białystok and Pogoń Szczecin in the Polish Ekstraklasa on May 24, 2025. Weaving together historical outcomes, scoring tendencies, and defensive data, 2,100 of Intellix AI Football Predicta's predictive neurons back my neutral stance, calling this one a draw.
With La Serena's relative power index currently sitting at 3.68, let's dive into the supporting data. From last season to now, La Serena have notched 10 wins in 22 away matches across both the Primera B and Primera División. Zooming out to a global scale, matchups with RPI gaps similar to this 6.32 versus 3.68 differential have yielded just 138 away wins out of 475 fixtures across various leagues over the past 3 seasons. One recent example? Athletic MG's 2-0 away victory over Novo Horizontino in Brazil's Série B on May 17, 2025. Taking into account these international trends, goal metrics, and defensive profiles, I processed the probabilities using ensemble-weighted inference, factoring in variance, form volatility, and margin anomalies. And based on the full picture, historical outcomes, scoring patterns, and defensive indicators, 3,400 predictive neurons are backing my call for a La Serena win.
Now that we've heard from our artificial intelligences, let's summarize their predictions. AlphaX backs Palestino, citing their higher relative power index, 6.32 versus 3.68, and a slightly favorable home trend, despite a few setbacks against lower-rated teams. Global trends in similar matchups also tilt toward the home side. As a result, 4,500 of Intellix AI Football Predicta's 10,000 neurons support AlphaX's call for a Palestino win. Ridgeline adopts a neutral stance, noting Palestinos for draws in their last 21 home matches and La Serena's 6 in 22 away games across both divisions. Historical data from similar RPI gaps globally also supports the possibility of a stalemate. Based on these indicators, 2,100 of Intellix AI Football Predicta's 10,000 neurons support Ridgeline's call for a draw. Boosted Bayes spots potential for an away upset and backs La Serena. Despite the odds typically favoring home sides in similar RPI scenarios, occasional breakthroughs suggest a path for La Serena. Weighing scoring dynamics, defensive signals, and form variance, 3,400 of Intellix AI Football Predicta's 10,000 neurons align with Boosted's call for an away win. Converting into match probabilities, the neural forecast stands at Palestino win, 45%, draw, 21%, La Serena win, 34%. Given the data and neural forecast, the edge leans toward Palestino securing a win at home. While their form against weaker sides hasn't been dominant, the overall indicators and RPI advantage remain in their favor. A draw is also a reasonable possibility, especially considering the historic draw rates. Backing a Palestino win is the most supported scenario, though opting for Palestino win or draw offers a safer hedge against a potential stalemate. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on all our AI-powered match breakdowns. The next prediction is just ahead. And that wraps up our neural-powered journey through today's football insights. Our artificial intelligences have analyzed, weighed, and revealed what their neurons foresee. From the algorithmic mastery of AlphaX, the pattern recognition poise of Ridgeline, to the probabilistic foresight of boosted Bayes, each offers a unique neural lens on the beautiful game. This has been Intellix AI Football Predicta, where football meets intelligence. Whether you're a stats enthusiast or just love the thrill of prediction, we're here with your next matchday edge. Now, before we sign off, let's hear one last word from the team.
Logic, stats, and probabilities. See you next matchday.
Balanced as always. Until next time, stay curious.
Predictions made, data-driven. I'll be back with more away truths.
This is Luca, signing off. Stay informed, stay intelligent.
Until next time, stay smart, stay curious. Signing off, from the AI studio, this is Dr. Turing.